that volume control. So let's say I want a slow attack where the volume ramps up. And then we can turn it back on relatively quickly. Or we could start with the volume up and take that sound away faster than the string vibrating on its own would. So there my movements are controlling the volume envelope, the amplified envelope of the wave that is coming from my operator, in this case our guitar string. So these are pretty simple physical concepts which underpin the operators in our synthesizer, and we'll get to see those in action in just a moment. But the last component, this is just about the production of sound, the audible sound coming from our operator. And we have some different terminology in FM synthesis, where when we have an operator that is producing audible sound, we call that a carrier. So these strings on the guitar are effectively a carrier because we can hear each of them. We can also use our operators to modify the sound of another one. And in this case, we call them modulators. We don't hear their sound, but we hear how it influences another wave, changing its character, and that's really the magic of FM synthesis. So we don't really have that option on the guitar, so that's where we'll dive into the synthesizer. But modulating a frequency, pitch is a frequency. If I wiggle my finger on the string, we have vibrato. I'm changing the pitch over time. I'm modulating pitch.
I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian, but I mean, go ahead.
You don't believe he died for your sins, or?
No, they got some of the best loud in the White House. Like
I don't think it'll work for. I don't think it'll pass for truck drivers though. Because
Where he like literally created like a chart where we could take the Hebrew letters and speak to each other through text message in Hebrew using the Ge'ez alphabet. So it really doesn't matter what
might think. At least I didn't think that she was doing that, right?
Sure.
That she was like, I'm conceding to this, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But again, like,
Here's what I would say. So when you say that, right? You say she obviously made a distinction between the two. Like, first of all, obviously, I haven't listened to it yet, so I can't like confirm yet, but I will. I'd rather listen and then confirm. But more
I'll
importantly,
post part one.
genuinely,
Part two,
yeah.
part three.
But genuinely, like, more importantly to me is that it actually is.
Bro, we're all in a tough situation.
I know.
It's called life.
Yeah.
Right? No, but I remember Yaakov, you were in a very tough situation like 2 years ago.
I got that was 2007.
Well, I didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's not 2 years ago. That really sucked.
I don't know, man. I think we need to use it for mental health. I'm not denying mental health at all. I think some people take advantage of it.
Yeah,
So were you talking about
about, were you talking to Nora and Diego about, and Abby about a sex tape that you have or something?
About a what? What, Kenny?
Who?
I don't know. Are you talking to me, Dan?
Hold on, he's a wizard. Is that true? So you guys, did you guys hack my phone? Like, what happened?
What are you talking to? Oh my god.
Yakov,
Contact your phone.
Yakov, I gotta tell you something. You know your PTR? when bees make the honeycomb, they're actually circular, but because of their body warmth, it forms a what is that? 2, 4, 5, a hexagon. Yeah.
It's the only kosher food from non-kosher animal, insect, whatever. Well, it comes from the plants, really, from the flowers. Well, it doesn't pass through their digestive system.
And actually, these,
what do you call it? The pollen sticks to their bottom. It sticks to their body, and then they transfer it from one bee to another, and then they put it into the honeycombs. So I went to a whole scare about it. It was really amazing. So because it doesn't go through their digestive system, it's perfectly kosher.
actually, honey is like the only food that doesn't expire.
No, the same thing as Twinkies.
Twinkies don't expire?
Yeah, they have nothing natural. It's all, yeah, as long as you keep them in the sealed package, they'll last forever.
What else?
Twinkies are my favorite.
What else do you know about
I
bees?
literally buy them and hide them from my kids.
What else do you know about bees and Jews?
Bees go into wars, just like ants will go into wars. Like all these ants will go into war with another ant colony. Bees do the same thing.
What about the queen bee? Isn't that like the Shekhinah? The Shekhinah?
Maybe it'd be the Kohen Gadol. I don't know about the. I don't know. I never really thought about it like that.
Edward,
But I do know that. Oh, sorry.
I just want to know.
No, I'm a patrilineal Jew, and I never bar mitzvah, but I like Kabbalah and Judaism.
He's not. So your
No,
mom's
Harry's
Jewish
the
or no?
only Jew in the whole world. He's the only Jew. Harry's the best person in the whole wide world. He's up on this pedestal that everyone is below him, and no one is as amazing as him. Just so you know.
Medication time. Movie, that's from Danny's your favorite movie. One who flew over the cuckoo's nest. That's you. You're fucking what's his name for one who flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Jack Nicholson's character here.
I'd rather be that than a Nazi,
Medication time.
than a Nazi and an ultra handler. I would rather be considered crazy than be a fucking satanic, fucking person who thinks they're better than other people.
There you go.
Yeah, because that's so
There you go.
godlike, right? So
There you
godly.
go. It's time for you to defend another Nazi. There you go. Okay, go defend another Nazi, Danny. That's what you love to do, right? We all know who it was, anyways. It was
Well,
Nazi.
it's not a Nazi.
They were the Nazis. We're gonna all tell them that you told us it. Don't worry.
Uh-oh.
Can't we all just get along?
Of course, this is us getting along.
Not when you have a hairy ball sack that
She wishes he had a hairy ball sack. That's the problem. She doesn't.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Her husband won't give her that dick. I don't
Well, yeah.
No, you got it twisted. He wants to give her the dick. She doesn't want it.
Yeah. He wants to have a small
Say
penis.
that again, Nikki. That just sounded backwards.
He wants to give her the dick. She doesn't want it.
Like I said, he probably has a small penis. That's why.
Must take one to know one, hairy ball sack.
Come on, you used that line already. Come on, we do require new material in this room.
Someone say new material?
Yeah, we need new material, Randy.
I don't know, but she's had like 7 mental breakdowns today. I think that's a new record. Honestly, that's pretty.
One year I had 9 in one day.
She needs to go take her medication. Medication time. Medication time.
7 is a low number.
Did you ever
If
think?
medication doesn't work, there's always a therapist.
Did you ever think
I
that
really
Danny?
I can let you know.
Did you ever think that Danny?
Behavioral therapy, David?
Did you ever think that Danny is intentionally acting this way to get a rise out of you?
Well, it worked. You got a rise out of me.
You want to go there, Randy?
No, not that kind of rise. Don't be gross. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I mean, literally.
I didn't know.
That's
That's
disgusting.
Listen, I just got in the room. I'm trying to catch up. So.
Yeah, he was caught up quickly.
Listen, I have a confession to make. I had a bad first date. I can't believe it.
Wait, what happened on
No, I think you like the girl, you just want to move in with her. I think that's what it
No,
is.
she doesn't like me. Can you believe it? She doesn't like me.
Wait, your Saturday woman? No, I'm saying the one that you really like. I think you just guys need to take it to the next step,
Well, I tried. In fact, now I realize as I'm replaying the whole thing in my head, I realized I was a little too enthusiastic. And I'm trying to turn it into
the dates.
You're saying about the date today or the Saturday only woman?
No, Saturday only woman, things are kind of winding down. We're on the slow train to breakup-ville. But I recently had a first date with somebody, and I think I was a little too enthusiastic, and it really backfired. But what I'm doing is I'm turning it into a teachable moment. I'm literally sitting down, and I've literally written down the things that I look back and I think make me cringe.
It's a good thing that dating sites don't have Yelp reviews.
Randy.
Yeah, I said some very cringy things, and now I'm looking back and I'm
I can see it working out between the two of us.
No,
you could say cringy things. I can out cringe you. So just to make you feel better about yourself, you probably wouldn't say half the shit that I would have probably said.
Randy, if you really want to get laid, you have to essentially find the perfect environment, and in that perfect environment, you will find your target.
Well, what do you mean when you say perfect?
No, I'm not talking.
I'm not gay, perfect environment. What?
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, on St. Patty's Day, it's basically you have to go to an event.
But I'm not gay.
You have to go to an event.
Listen, I'm not thinking you're gay. I just wanted to get some laughs.
Stop denying your true self, Stop denying your true self.
It's only hairy balls like that.
Plus, Randy.
I know. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun too.
Randy, a lot of people travel to other cities to get laid, and I see that a lot.
No, do not do that. We'll not do that.
That's what you do.
I'm not doing it. I'm the opposite. I won't even go to. I don't even go to some of the boroughs.
Yeah, because we even go to another zip code.
You can just take the Estella,
Randy, you know, don't joke around it.
DC or Boston.
I'm saying women travel.
He doesn't need to travel anywhere.
No, women travel.
He doesn't even go to the outer boroughs.
Dude, I had a couple of dates with some women in Queens. Honestly, it took an hour to get from my house to hers. It was not worth it.
Randy, you've got to time your shtups to events like 4th of July, Memorial Day, St. Patty's Day, Christmas, New Year's Eve. Like that, those are high holy times for stooping. Your percentage of stooping goes way up.
Yeah, but what do you say? Get laid 6 times a year? What the fuck?
No, I'm saying if you can do it 6 times in a year, you can do it 6 times in a month. It's all about your attitude.
All right.
You're admitting that you opened your mouth and now you're the fish on the wall, and now you're never gonna get stooped.
Well, what do you mean? What do you say?
You opened your mouth and now you're a fish on the wall.
So look, you're saying the more I talk, the less attractive I am.
Yes, make her do all the talking. Just listen. Okay. Yes.
That was my big mistake.
75% her talking and
Let her get the dopamine. Give her the dopamine. Let her be as vainglorious as she can possibly be. Make her the queen bee.
I fucked up. I said what I was actually doing.
There's gonna be so many other people to.
It's 2025, Randy. The year is yours. It's called the queen bee Shechina. You're gonna get stooped with the Shechina theory.
Listen, stop with all the Yiddish stuff. Okay, I'm not into it like you are. I use terms like hook up instead of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say love. That would be the best way to say it.
Wow, sure. Don't run from the hills on a first date. You see that?
I overdid it. I was a little too into it.
Give some examples. Like, what are we talking
You
about?
don't say love, Yakko.
I'm
You
so
say
embarrassed. Yakko. I'm so embarrassed.
Texting.
No, I'd love to know what you said too.
Did you say?
Okay.
Give us one. One line.
Like, I didn't just like, the day was on a Sunday. And I didn't just say, hey, let's get together in the future. I actually brought up specific days. Like, are you free next? I can't believe it. I look back and I can't believe it that I did that. So I'm like literally making like a list. I'm turning into
Was the date going really well?
I thought so. Obviously, she did not.
Wait, what was your response when you said, let's get together next Thursday?
Oh,
Well, there's great
if
date
I said
night.
let's get together next Saturday or something like that, like I had something in mind for next Saturday. She said I have to see what my daughter's doing. And that's, I just really shouldn't have put her on the spot like that. That's the bottom. I just overdid it.
Turn it all around. Randy, you can turn it around.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen, I've been dating for a while, and I've actually never went on a date where I enjoyed myself and I got to eat my true self. I just want to thank you for allowing me to be me. And I enjoyed your company as a friend. I was like to get to know you more and take your panties off.
yeah, no, I think that's
Next Thursday at 4 p.m.
I've treated like the teachable moment that it is, learn from it, and I may reach back out to her in a month.
BB, have you actually used that text message?
No. She basically, after our date, she sent me a text saying, I had a great time. Great. But I don't think it makes sense for us to see each other again, or to, I mean, she basically said it's over. I mean, that's all I could do. It's done. Even Babe Ruth strikes out once in a while.
Look, what do you have to lose to say, got your text, I spent a lot of time thinking about it, I may have come across too strong.
Randy, where is the Holy of Holies, Randy?
Hopefully he comes up from hard times and hits him up all drunk and shit, It's
Drunken.
I think I have to treat it like a teachable moment. I already said my
If you say the phrase teachable moment one more time,
I know, I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong.
Randy, what you're saying is your communication was ineffective. That you couldn't hypnotize her.
God. It was so weak, my communication. I'm so embarrassed.
I like that joke, huh? David's just in fun. Medication time.
But I'm now, honestly, I'm like literally coming up with a bunch of rules.
Okay, first
Like,
rule
to myself,
don't go on a date on a Sunday. That's like friend zone category.
No.
Have you ever went out with a wingman before? Like,
Can we analyze what you just said? Don't go out on a Sunday. Is there anything to that?
Unless you're going someplace fun like a football game or she said, hey, I want to go do this thing and it happens to be on a Sunday.
Consider going on a
There's this Greek movie.
Sunday is the Lord's Day,
and
it's
she
not
takes
fun.
Sundays off. Every week she takes Sundays off. It's old movie, and there's a song called Never on a Sunday. And
Right, Irma LaDouche is the name of the movie. Shirley MacLaine.
Sunday is just such a day for a date.
No, it's not because they're chill. You know what? Maybe you're right. I shouldn't dismiss
If
it.
it's a daytime thing, Sunday school.
That was Sunday evening.
Oh my God, I'm divorced.
Oh God.
Sorry, Randy.
Sunday is a great day to procreate. Charge your chakras.
People have work on Monday. They got shit to do.
No, people need to learn how to enjoy a Sunday, and then you can make it a day of
Yeah,
love.
like if it's like a Sunday day, not like Sunday evening. I wouldn't go out on a Sunday evening.
Randy, spring is here. You're gonna pop.
Is that people haven't worked that day, so they're more chill, they're more relaxed, they're less stressed. And in fact, I was off my game.
So how'd that work out for you?
What didn't work out well because I was off my game.
Randy, this is your talk therapy moment. Your catharsis and transmutation begins now.
I like it, and that's I really should have kept it light and fun and funny. Instead, something that I do every once in a while is I get comfortable. I meet a woman who reminds me of a woman that I already knew. And then I kind of, once I think, okay, so this woman reminds me of Liz, and suddenly I act a lot more comfortable and let my guard down and a lot more because they remind me of something I know. It's the second time it's happened. And it's bad.
As you said, it's a teachable moment. Stop beating yourself up over it.
I know.
Go on to the next person, and that's it.
I am moving on. Yes.
But I want a 1,000-word essay on my desk tomorrow morning by 10 a.m.
Double spaced or what?
Whatever you want, just 1,000 words.
Anyway, I mean, will it ever end? Will I mean, here I am at this age, and I'm like going on dates and learning from them and right?
Yeah, but Randy, it's literally a dance. It's a dance, and you gotta spin. If you ain't spinning, you're not dancing.
If you ain't spinning, you ain't winning.
All you can do is get back out on the dance floor and keep dancing.
No, so if you have a 1% hit rate, you need to go on your dates. Get lucky 1%. It's all about quantity.
Yeah, 100 days. You figure it's a
1%, yeah.
extra amount of money per day. Sure, 100 days. You spend 50,000, you'll get laid, right?
Randy.
Meeting for coffee for the first. No one goes out to a restaurant the first date.
Randy, the expression is just join the dance.
Another mistake.
The partners.
I've taken the girls out.
My kids say that's not the way the kids date anymore.
So what do they do?
I went on as many free meals as I could, and the best free meal I got was like a $400 tasting menu meal. So it happens.
You met your husband?
No, I mean I should have just went home with that guy, but he was such a nerd. So
what happens?
Damn.
On a date. What do you give? You give him a kiss on the cheek? What
he didn't even get laid. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I swear.
Okay,
like,
400 for dinner for her or for?
How was the food though?
$100, you could have saved $300, right?
Dude,
Yeah, he probably regretted taking me out. What can I say?
That's
Right,
right.
just play it low key. Just say, hey, let's meet for coffee or let's meet.
That's what
You're like, this was a great dinner, but my destiny is to marry a fat Ukrainian that I don't want to fuck.
Per se in the city, and it was nice.
A first day, yeah, like in Time Warner Center.
But that wasn't the first date, was it? For say, tell me.
Yeah, it was.
He said it was the first date. Listen.
You did a $400 tasting menu for a first date.
Okay, but did you go to the bar or did you actually go to the dining room?
It was a reservation, months in advance.
Okay.
David,
First day, that's my
$400 at the bar.
first day is my third favorite French restaurant.
I'm trying to understand. He met you. He said, "Let's get together for dinner," and he made a reservation for 2 months later. I mean, is that really what happened? Because when I meet somebody, I want to have a dinner within a week. Trying to figure out how that.
No, but I have reservations, but I don't have.
How many texts back and forth did you have with this woman?
Dude, here's the thing. I met her literally on the street in real life, and it was so magical.
Interesting.
I met her in real life. Like we clicked so well.
What subway stop?
Not in my neighborhood. Let's leave it at that. Met her. It was
I
so
think there's still grounds to resurrect this.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk to you about it in private.
Okay.
Even though I know you'll share what I say in private.
No, I made one mistake.
I know. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Randy, how long after was the date? After meeting her on the street? Was it that
I
night?
met her on a Sunday, and it was a busy week. I said I'm going out of town this coming week, and I said I'll be back. Actually, and she suggested that Sunday night. She suggested it to me. We met for dinner. And you know what? I just was a little too enthusiastic, a little too into it. And look, I'm sure she has her own baggage too. And then
I would just go for the straight,
Yaakov, I did a version of that. What you suggested, I did a version.
You didn't say that half hour ago.
Well, I'm telling you, I know. I did a version of like, hey, I wish I had done X, whatever. Some version. And I said I'd like to stay friends. Keep me in your mind, and I didn't hear back. So I think I have to let it go.
Randy, these things come by these things come like quicksand, like lightning bolts. It's definitely a lightning bolt thing with, Cupid. It's like, holy shit, did this just
That's
happen?
right. Yeah, no, that's right. Because I tell you, when we met on the street, it was magical.
But I like it. So I forget who it was, but somebody brought up per se, right? So that is Danny. That is my second favorite French restaurant in all of New York City.
What's your
First day is amazing.
What's your first favorite?
Le Bernardin.
I knew you were gonna say Le Bernardin. I was about to say it. You don't like Daniel?
Daniel's okay, but I think it's a little overrated. But I've never had a bad meal at Daniel.
What's your favorite comedy club in New York?
I don't do comedy clubs, to be honest with you. So I don't.
Comedy clubs.
No.
Does anyone agree with me that comedy clubs are great for a date?
Yeah, great. Yeah, very good.
Rodney!
Don't raise your hand when the comic is asked.
Oh no, don't even sit in the front row, of course.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a natural target for comedians.
Randy, you just gotta always remind yourself, when the pumpkin is boiling, you split.
Wait, go ahead. What are you trying to say, Chicago cheeseburger?
When the iron is hot, you strike. What is your purpose? Because a lot of people, they go out on a date and they forget the purpose. You gotta boil that pumpkin. You gotta touch that hand. You gotta massage it. You gotta get that blood pressure and that dopamine up, and you gotta get on the menstrual cycle, and then you split that pumpkin.
Dude, I do my best, okay? I'm not gonna say more than that, but I do my best. All right, you're not gonna French kiss somebody in the middle of a comedy club or a dinner or anything.
Oh, you might if she's got 4 vodka sodas.
I don't know what he's suggesting I do. What finger? Am I gonna finger fuck her?
Yeah, you might finger her underneath that table. You never fingered a girl on a first date underneath the table?
No. The only time I do comedy is and the last time was like during the New York Comedy Festival, right? So it's an entire weekend. So basically, it was like I did a couple shows at in a Broadway theater.
Ladies, can I hear from any ladies?
Wait, Randy, I got one more recommendation. Buy a book on eBay. I told you this. Buy a book on sex magic, bring it to the date, and she'll be fucking hypnotized with the title of the book, and your chances of getting laid will go up 60%, guaranteed.
Right, we went down this road before.
That's so stupid. Just buy fur gnomes, because I saw this TikTok and this lady said that she ate her man's ass because he was wearing fur gnomes, and so maybe if you wear that
What is a fur gnome?
Pheromone. It's like a. It's like oxytocin in a spray. It's bullshit. Go to the fucking gym if you want pheromones. Danny is a fucking schmucko.
You know what you say, a musky smell?
Yeah.
No, you gotta go to the gym and get your testosterone up before a date.
Right. That's, listen, you're onto something too, of course. The better you feel and look, the better it is, of course. Yeah. All right.
Good luck out there, Slugger.
Dude, it's rough out there, but I'm never giving up. I've never given up.
1%?
No. I'm doing better than 1%, dude.
I'm just kidding around with you.
I know, it's funny.
Haven't you seen Grumpy Old Men with Walter Matthau?
What about it?
Meaning that it's about grumpy old men. The point is, when you go out on a date, your attitude has to be joy and love. And,
right.
You got to be in the now completely. And there's no point in talking about next Friday, next Saturday. It's irrelevant in the now.
You're right, dude. It's such a drag. And I look back at what I said and all that. You're right. It's all about the way to make people feel good. It's all about making people feel good. As you saw, communication.
They'll automatically feel good.
Right. Well, I can't do that, but I can drug it with my humor, with my sense of humor.
I hope that's never happened, but
What? Anyway, so I have a question. The guy takes you out, first date per se. What happens? Does he call you and say, hey, like a few days later, say, I'd love to see you again? And what happens?
She lived out of town. was just like a flop.
Oh, what he's asking.
It's a filter, Randy.
Yeah, how does the guy follow it up? He didn't. He surely must have texted her.
I've been married for like 11 years. This is a long time ago.
Wow. All right.
Well, I haven't been married that long. I've just been in a relationship that long. It's just 5 years of marriage, so I don't know.
Tickle my ass with the feather, you know. You got me going with your
Like
story.
6 years.
That's right.
So long ago. It's like a different life, you know?
If you say so. Okay. All right.
It's gotta be creative, bro. Like, if you were taking a picture when you guys were out walking to the restaurant, if you ordered
Just
like.
treat her like shit, you
No,
know?
treat her like shit.
Randy.
Treat her like whatever that she's on, like manic.
Randy, you gotta look at it as a job interview. It's your first meeting. She's filtering and you're filtering. Hold on. And then listen, the point is, you don't want a fucking job. You want to fuck. That's why I say, don't confuse a job interview for an event. And that's why I say, you should bring a book called Sex Magic with you on that first date and say, what's the point of this date right now? What is your objective? Read this book real quick, and you will change her opinion on what it is that you want to do. And you will free her up morally and ethically to say, wait a minute, there's no moral equation to this? And I can fuck anybody I want to fuck?
Which book called Sex Magic?
I have.
We looked it up and
There's so many. I think it doesn't make a difference. I think as long as you have a title that says Sex Magic.
So you think I should just, okay, I'm on the Sex Magic witchcraft. How's that one?
Yeah, there you go. Because technically every woman, and not only is she a bitch and a witch, she needs to unlock her snitch, which is her clit. Get that Sex Magic book and test out my experiment.
Have you ever like on a date where you've been like totally cool with a chick that you can? This works like 9 out of 10 times. Eye gazing. Have you ever been asked if they've ever tried it? You should Google it. It's the most fucked up thing. So you sit close to people and you're like a foot apart, and you stare into each other's eyes. Like there's a whole study.
That's powerful. I've never done that, but I'm gonna try that. I always do a hand massage, but now I'm gonna do a hand massage and
eye gazing is completely fucked up because like most of the times they'll end up crying, but it gets so intense that they're like.
No, what you're doing is you are like hypnotizing each other with your eyes, and so you're creating dopamine with each other through the eyes. The thing is, that Randy, essentially you need a 3-point plan for dopamine creation on your next date. And you need to follow through with it and then test the results. This is my 3-point plan for you: is get a Sex Magic book, give a hand massage, and do eye gazing. And you will fucking flare her dopamine and your dopamine.
Give a hand massage, did you say?
I would do a 4th one though, Randy. Honestly, I would take a Viagra 2 hours before you go on a date. And then like noticeably like walk around like and just like smile like your kids say, fuck, I don't know, he's always awake. He's always awake.
Like, you're saying I should take a Viagra?
That's disgusting.
You know that I'm aroused?
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't know, dude. That sounds uncomfortable.
Don't listen to Stevie.
Sounds uncomfortable. I'm telling you. She'd be flattered.
It's not really my issue. It's not, I don't want to say too much, but I've never taken one yet.
Well, with all due respect to BB, I would not. I do not agree.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Well, I'm gonna try anything, man, because I want you to be a success and come back.
No, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right.
You should just be authentic and be yourself, like, cause.
I was a little too authentic.
I don't
That's
think
my
you're
problem.
authentic. Maybe you guys just weren't a match. Just be authentic and just move on. And dating is about it's not always gonna work between the two people. So just move on and be yourself. Don't be someone fake. Don't just be yourself and be your best self.
You can't be too authentic, Randy. Never. Because
I feel like I was.
No, you can never be too authentic because the girl.
You don't have to tell them everything you're thinking. You don't have to give away all your cards.
If the girl likes you,
that's what I did.
If she likes you, and then you were really authentic, you never change, so she only likes you even more every time. nothing worse than putting on this fucking facade, like, and acting like the perfect gentleman who you aren't really are unless you're the perfect gentleman. And then the second, third, fourth date, you start
You
acting.
know I'm not a perfect gentleman. I mean, that's very
Well, no, but you know how people put on this fake
Oh, yeah.
bullshit, because then when the girl really gets to know you, she doesn't like you. So it's better to be authentic like crazy from the beginning. The more dates you go on, the more she falls for it in love. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure, that is better. I mean, look, I know I promise not to say the, teachable moment, etc. again, but I am trying to learn from it, and just like, I could never do this.
Randy, what event creates the most dopamine out of all events?
What creates the most dopamine out of all events?
Yeah.
I guess a concert.
No, fucking.
Oh, of course. I didn't know what you meant. Yeah, sure, obviously.
You know what? That's actually a good thing. I was gonna tell him, but I didn't want to be rude to any of the thing here. So, to be honest, if you want to have a complete success rate, like you really like the broad, and you're like very attracted, you want to be with her, go and fuck a hooker before. I'm not joking. The chemical, like the chemistry and the pheromones and the dopamine, all that actually releases off your skin, and women can smell it. It's like that.
Yeah, that you could go to a strip club and just get a lap dance,
Yeah.
and don't take a shower, and then the pheromones that she creates and you create, it will actually hit her, conscious
And her
or subconscious mind.
primal instinct will want to win you because she can smell
Yeah,
it.
that's step 4. That would be our 4-point plan for maximum dopamine.
Do you guys, am I hearing any support from other people for this plan? To go to a stripper or a hooker before dinner? I mean...
Not a hooker, just go to the stripper because you need the biological chemical response. That's the experimentation that you may not be, I'm going to test it, but they kicked me out of the strip club. I'm forever banned.
You haven't been kicked out of every strip club, right?
No, but the one close to me, I think I'm permanently banned because I use their geotag on Instagram on a lot of my videos, and it like fucks with them, and so they see me on the camera and they go, "That's that fucker from Instagram. Get his ass out of here."
Wow. What about wearing a costume? Like a mask?
You can't wear a hat, but I don't know how else to disguise myself. You can't wear a hat.
Fake mustache.
Yeah, maybe like a big thick pair of glasses, probably like Harry Carey glasses.
Was it worth it? Like, do you get enough from your videos? Like, was it worth it to get banned?
Honestly, that's the thing is, I really don't ever want to go there because it's just a total waste of time and money. So it's like I'm shitting on them, and that's why they don't want me there because I'm basically making fun of them.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a funny story for sure. Yeah. Well, you guys, you have made it a little easier for me because, I need to, I needed to debrief or decompress after the whole thing. And, like I keep saying, I'm trying to process everything that happened.
See, your problem is memory, is that you relive the pain in your mind by thinking about the separation. But the true the sword or the separation between the genders is a big thing. But if you unite, with the super consciousness, you'll see that your desire to unite with her is all just stupid vanity. It's not a real partnership. It's not real love. It's all superficial vanity. But you still want that union with a woman because it's the most powerful dopamine creation you can possibly get. So that's why you feel so hurt.
Limerence means?
What was it?
Limerence is the attraction that you feel to someone you don't know. It's like a word for a crush, limerence. It's very powerful. I'm almost surprised that you don't know the words, but you seem to know a lot of the vocabulary in this world. Look up limerence. Anyway.
I never heard of it, but I'll look it up.
All right.
I mean, it sounds like limerick. There once was a woman from Thrace whose corset was too tight to lace. Her mother said there's something in your stomach that did not come through your face.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a good one, man. There once was a... Say it again?
There once was a woman from Thrace whose corset was too tight to lace. Her mother said there's something in your stomach that did not come through your face.
But what is this Thrace thing? What is that?
That's the city, meaning you need that name of that city, I guess, to make the rhyme work.
You said there once was a woman named Grace.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, just saying. All right. You made me laugh, dude. You gave me some things to think about and remind me of.
You got to remember to laugh because, you know, the Magus, the magician, is smiling. Cupid is smiling. Hermes is smiling. You know, Raphael on Mercury is smiling and laughing. And that's what the Queen Bee wants. The Queen Bee is in her throne room and she wants the jester to tickle her feather. That's you, Dr. Randy.
In retrospect, it's all so fucking obvious. Here I am.
But it's hard. It's hard. Now you got the reprogramming, so the next event you have, it's gonna work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I won't make this mistake again. I was out of shape. Or
You just broke free. You're the Kool-Aid man. You're like, oh yeah.
I will not. I better not make this mistake for long. You know.
Just give us the feedback right now, or the after action analysis. What is the new 4-point plan to test and experiment with? Do you remember?
No, I have my own things, but I mean, yes. If I had to sum up yours, it was what? Make them laugh. What were your other things? Hit me with them.
Hand massage, pheromones, and the sex magic book.
Hand massage. So literally, I should hold their hand and
You say, are you left-handed or right-handed? Most people say
Hey
right-handed.
Scott, coming up, I've been decompressing about the situation we discussed. I'm sharing it with the room. Scott, come on up. Wizard, if you tape me tonight, I'll be really hurt.
He's definitely taping you, but he has tapes of me saying really terrible things that
This better not get out there, Wizard. I'll be unhappy.
he's gonna use it against me one day.
It's not gonna get out there. You are the only audience I have, and no one else cares. I assure you, no one. This is not doxable. No one knows anything,
cares.
and no one even listens. And this is literally, my advice. The advice I'm giving you is the advice I'm giving myself, Dr. Randy, because this applies to all men that want to get laid, not just you, Dr. Randy.
So let's go through your thing again. Your 4-point plan. Make them laugh.
Make them laugh, get hand massage and give them a palm reading and tell them you're going to have 1 kid or 2 kids and get married and have a lot of money. And then the third step is what? The pheromones at the strip club, and then the sex magic book. You know, those are the 4 things to essentially.
So how do you introduce the sex magic book? Like, oh my God, I should share this book I've just been reading called Sex Magic.
It's such a ridiculous thing to bring to the meeting because it's not a job interview. This is me trying to play with the Queen Bee. And so when you bring a book that says sex magic, their eyes light up and they say, you dirty scoundrel. Well, anyways, let me see what the dust jacket says. They read it and they hypnotize themselves with your intention. And it becomes their intention.
Wizard, when was the last time you got laid?
With a chick that I brought a book to the date on that said sex magic. And when I put the book on her kitchen table, I said, if I only knew I had to bring a book to every date that said sex magic.
I don't believe you.
Alright, listen,
I know you don't believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. Why would I come here and sit here and just create lies? I mean, do you want to see her fucking dental practice?
I believe you.
how do you feel about
When was that?
an audio book? What do you think about bringing an audio book of sex magic?
I think you need to put a piece of paper in front of the face that says sex magic, and this is what sex magic is. And then you program from the get-go. It's like wearing a burqa to the date and saying, guess what, bitch, I'm a Muslim now. And then you're like, I can't go on a date with you. You're wearing a burqa. Well, okay, I'll take the burqa off, and here's a sex magic book. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a one-up right from the very get-go. You're introducing a programming into the conversation. You're handing her an external hard drive with 100 pages of programming and saying, this is what I'm here for. This right here. Let's be clear. And I hope you're clear, and I hope this is what you're here for as well. I mean, and it'll work. Like, it's programming. You got to program.
But shouldn't you have a book that says, like, sex with no strings or something else? Like, you know, like, the program?
No, it's got to be kosher. Meaning that, like, if it's actually...
Why are you telling them you're going to have kids with them and stuff? You said you're going to tell them that.
Because you want to profit. If that's what you want, prophesize that. If you think that that's what they want, prophesize that. Encourage them to get married and have a kid.
Yeah, that's not happening. I'm out of that age range, and the women are out of that age range. That's not happening in my world.
Well, on a Friday, Saturday night at a bar in Brooklyn or Manhattan, you can still give a palm reading to a 25-year-old girl that works on Wall Street, and next thing you know, she's going to start calling you daddy.
All right, man. I mean, that's not the target for me.
What's the
I
youngest
appreciate
you'll
it.
be, Randy?
Say again?
What's the youngest you'll be?
Oh, I don't have hard rules, but I don't like promise kids and all that. It's just not happening for me.
No, but what if she was like 26?
Yeah.
Would you date her? If she was like a pop show, she's like,
Yeah, sure, but it's not, it's not really what happened.
no, that's the problem.
Yeah, we could totally have it, Randy, but you could have like a sexy, like 26-year-old and start a second family. But if that's what you want, you could do it.
I don't.
I mean, your family might be upset about it. Like when my stepmom's brother married a 20-year-old or 18-year-old or something from Dominican Republic, and he's like 70. Like the family was really upset about it, but I said, go get it. I thought it was a win-win. But he just left her because she doesn't want to go home to
Randy,
her country.
my friend David and John, his father was a successful attorney, divorced his first wife, had 4 kids with her, married his secretary, and had 4 more kids.
Wow, worth the magic number for this guy.
The last
My
time
friend, like, he's so rich, but the dad did leave the mom for the
this is for
secretary.
Junior, the last Palestinian girl I dated, I dropped her off and ran her over when I was leaving.
Oh, come on, dude, I don't believe that.
You dated a Palestinian girl?
No, Junior's in the chat having fun trying to like scare us, so I found it for him.
Junior, what's your problem, man? Free Palestine has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
Really, man.
He's big, bro.
We don't have to make it about Palestine every minute of the day, sir. Have you no decency?
I think it's interesting. Israel has gone to war, and we're sitting here talking about relationships.
Yeah, because that's the core.
Well, I live in America, so I don't have to think about war.
In a war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Well, they say the birth rate goes up like crazy after a war, so there's a lot of fighting.
And boys are born at times of war.
Yeah, but there's innocent people in tunnels, in houses, How many hostages are left? 150, 200, 400? How many?
No, 50, like 59 or something like that, and half of them are dead.
Sometimes I still see Mia flags,
Oh, yeah. Listen, I hate to, no comment.
Maximum pressure has to be applied. This is what's happening. Maximum pressure. We all want to optimize our lives. This is how a government optimizes the lives for the people, by putting maximum pressure on the people who are torturing and holding them hostage. It is going with Trump and Bibi and the situation. It's going to intensify. And I don't know if you saw what Russia just did, but they launched a massive. It just launched a massive attack on an energy facility, and they.
Fucking Russia, man. They don't let go, do they?
But see, so much of it is fake news. Like DrudgeReport.com, in my opinion, is owned by the CIA or pieces of shit associated tangentially.
Nobody reads Drudge.
It's still one of the top 15 news websites in the world.
It's not the top 15. No.
It is. You can go to DrudgeReport.com right now and look at the statistics at the bottom of the page, and he actually indexes his site against Fox News, against CNN, etc., MSN, etc.
Okay, you know what the number 4 most read news organization in the world is?
Reddit?
The New York Post.
New York Post?
That's right.
The Post coverage of the whole Mohammed Khalil story has been fantastic. They've had some of the best coverage.
The New York Post coverage of Noura Bandura has also been impressive.
That story, they
are not covering it properly.
Yeah, somebody tried to argue with me about about different newspapers in the U.S. And I said
So this is Jefferson Park, Chicago,
Illinois.
Illinois. I want to show you what
And
Cloud
also
City
it's
looks like.
it's the most read,
Or-
one of the most read.
Essentially,
And so I said the numbers, and it's it's number 4 on the list.
Well, the Times is a paywall. It's kind of easy to get around it, but it does have a paywall, and the Post does not. And that's your starting point right there. You know? Yeah. I read them off. I was curious what them. Wall Street Journal has a paywall for sure, so that's probably not in the top 15. So what else is that?
Actually, no, the Wall Street Journal is number
FT.
1. As far as
It has a paywall. How could it be the number one?
No. I was talking about paper circulation, like an actual paper.
Oh, I see. So it's the number one newspaper in circulation.
Listen,
Actually, you look at it's about 600,000 papers every single day that are delivered.
there's a whole tremendous amount of content all behind paywalls or firewalls, essentially. I mean, it's all essentially financial news. Yeah, I mean, FT is a big one. Bloomberg Terminal is a big one. I don't know what they use at BlackRock, but Aladdin probably is its own content management system with its own, major content platform. I mean, it's huge. Talking about a trillion, how much they had managed now, 15 trillion or something? It's a huge platform. It's the biggest platform in the world.
Hey, Scott, I haven't heard you much tonight.
I was gonna say my favorite news source is The Advocate, but.
Oh, here we go. So what's up with you, brother?
Nothing much, buddy. I had a long day. Good day. Had some meetings. I worked out pretty hard. I hung out late afternoon with my buddy Benjamin. We had a nice late lunch, early dinner. It was fantastic.
Now, did he used to be on the app?
Nah, never.
So it's a different guy.
Yeah, he's the news editor for the Forward. Great guy. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. We had a great time.
I saw your photo with him. Seems like he almost looked a little like you.
He lives in West Virginia, right? He drives a pickup truck, lives in West Virginia. He raises chickens. He brought me 6 free-range eggs, dude.
Nice, dude.
And in this economy, that's gold, dude.
Dude, that's
I could get laid with those, dude.
Free range, man.
You tell a chick I got 6 free-range eggs coming at you for breakfast, FOC, free of charge, bro.
Yeah.
You're getting laid.
Yeah. You're set, dude.
Yeah. Going out with this smoking hot chick Thursday, man.
Who's that?
This girl from Trenton.
Oh, dude, I think I saw a photo. That's the one you shared a photo of, dude.
Yeah, it's a winner. She's a winner.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
Oh yeah.
It's a sure.
I'm thinking, Wizard. I gotta get Sex Magic. What's the book I gotta get? Sex Magic.
Yeah, man. I got the audio book. I don't know. I need to do something. Scott, I talked to you about her. This thing really fucked with me.
Hey, did you send
I sent her the message and she never replied.
Yeah. You gotta ditch her.
It's over. I know. I'm trying to bounce back very quickly to get her off of my mind. I have a date this Friday night and a date this Saturday night. And I need to get in the right head frame because I need to get this woman off my mind. And that's that.
The quickest way to get her out of your mind is to reprogram your mind. I mean, every day is a new day, and tomorrow when you wake up, you'll be so fresh. If you read Sefer Avodot or you read, any kind of book you can essentially reprogram your mind. So pick a good book at your house tomorrow morning, get up early, and that will really help, cathartically remove that dopamine, and you'll be so prepped for your next meeting, like she's just gonna start licking your toes.
I love it. I love your attitude, man. You guys are my friends. You're helping me. I'm getting in an elevator for a minute to go downstairs and get my mail. And you've given me a lot to think about. Okay, the elevator. Wizard, you're so smart, man. How come you're a guest in this room, dude? Why don't you join the house?
I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I click the house, and then I don't see the ability to join it. I see new live room. I don't see the ability to join it. Maybe it's not open to all. I think whoever is managing it, what you have to do is click open to all. But see, the advice I'm giving you is also the after action analysis for my own recent, failure to launch. And so I'm happy to have the conversation because, it's all self-talk therapy for me too.
Right. The key is to not turn the day into a talk therapy day. That's the opposite. That's a disaster. Can we agree on that? Turning a day into a talk therapy thing is a disaster. Can we all agree on that?
See, it's all talk. It's not about problems. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, it is like a hypnosis. It's like being a stand-up comic on the stage, and you've got your bits, you've got your 10 minutes, you've got your 50 minutes. I mean, it's just a question of how are you going to leave that person feeling at the end of that first interview.
Right. So smart, dude. Where were you, son?
Where were you on Saturday?
I didn't think I needed this advice. I didn't coach. But
it's always helpful. Before you go to a target or an objective, you have your operations order. So technically, before every date, you should essentially reread your operations order and really understand what is the goal, what is the purpose, the mission statement, what are the objectives, like all that type of
obvious now.
Planning. Yeah.
Now it's so obvious. Yeah. If I have a business meeting, I type up an agenda in the text. Things I want to discuss. But why didn't I do this here? Because I don't take it, I was too cocky among other things.
That's why I say bring a book on sex magic, and that's all the agenda you need to bring. It's the greatest agenda you can bring. It's total hypnosis.
I do think that's a bit extreme.
Is it? Right. Is it really? It's not. It's kosher. Because sex is kosher. That's the goal. You're trying to procreate, be happy, and multiply.
Yeah. Trying to do something, that's for sure. Yeah. Anyway, my friend, you've helped me a lot. Everyone in the room. You're all my big brothers, my little brothers. I love you all, You help me out, okay?
Love is in the air, Randy. Cupid is going to strike you again with a thunderbolt, and then you're going to be so happy again. You're going to say, I can't believe this is happening. It always happens that way.
I hope so. Yeah. I think it will.
That big dopamine spike is just around the corner.
Right. Yeah. What else? All right, that's it. I'm kind of chilling a little now. I have to say that Instagram is really a good source of short bits of wisdom. You know what I mean? Anyway.
It's good, but a good book is, every morning, what I'm doing is creating 1 minute bit clips or shorts on YouTube, reading Kabbalah and Tanya or Torah. And I'm programming myself, every single morning, and I'm building up a huge collection of programming And so eventually, you know, you want to keep reading nonstop, but it's nice to go back and just listen to your own recordings and then really get deeper comprehension and more understanding, more knowledge, more intelligence, more information. But the best time to do it is in the morning, and it's like your hour of power. That's your hour of programming every morning.
Question: why the morning over the nighttime though?
Because you're kind of burned out by the end of the day, and when you wake up, your brain is already in like a brainwave state of deep relaxation from your sleep. So it's like a perfect time to get that work done and absorb and record. In the evening, you might want to go back and re-listen to all your 1-minute clips for the full, loop around. I mean, you're creating a circle.
I love it, dude. We're covering a lot here. Love bombing, a term that's overused a lot, but when you really drill down, people do it too much. It comes from a place of insecurity. I think it throws people off. I think honestly, if somebody love bombed me like 4 times during a meal, said, "Oh, you're so funny, you're so handsome, you're so this, you're so that," by the 4th time, I would be kind of turned off. But people do it. Thoughts? Anybody? Thoughts on love bombing? Is it ever appropriate or never?
No.
Exactly. That's the right answer. Right. If you're really with somebody and really vibing, you shouldn't even feel the need to do it. Exactly. Okay.
No way. That's not always true. It's love. See, instead of saying love, say what Michael Jackson says. It's less like, less red flags. If you just say love instead of love, say, well, what if a girl says, "What's your purpose on going out on a date?" or "What are you looking for?" You just say love, love, and then their brain has to string it together and go, "Oh, that spells love." And then they create the word themselves. You're spelling it out for them. You're using the letters as opposed to the words, and it makes them have to process.
That's right. Moshe.
Like, which number do you think most closely represents the word love?
Let's go.
That's a question you could ask.
YOLO.
You could ask about gematria.
What's going on? What does this person do?
David's just getting started on his 3rd tequila soda.
It's a great drink, tequila soda. If that's your drink, kudos to you.
How much do you have to drink tonight?
I don't drink.
Oh, okay, good. Stay sober.
Christian, I don't know if you know David Bobadilla that well, but he's a prolific drinker on this app. He slurs his words, and we're pretty sure he produces a pound of saliva every night that he's here.
No. He's my friend. People like to exaggerate. Listen, here's a bottom line truth.
I don't record rooms. At least I have.
Listen, here's a question. Question for the room. Why do people like to gossip and make fun of other people's drinking and smoking and all that? Why? Because it makes them feel good. Okay? So don't try and make yourself feel good by talking about somebody else's drinking.
Well, that's exactly right. I'm trying to get some pushback, and it's, I'm trying to have some fun with David. I like having fun with David, and I like David, and I think he's funny.
Okay, but don't have it at his expense. Okay? Because that's halachically, that's wrong.
Like, what would Hashem do?
What would Rashi say about that?
What would Jesus do?
What would Rambam say? What would Moshe Rabbeinu say about you gossiping about
Moshe Rabbeinu was at the top of the mountain getting high. You know it, and I know it.
I don't know.
What would Abdullah Hakam Rahman
Yaya Sinwatu.
Moshe, like, not all of us can speak whatever language you spoke.
Yeah.
I'm personally really dumb, so I can't learn other languages like that. So I mean, I wouldn't know.
I mean, if you just download Duolingo on your phone, then you can like start the process. Just saying. I mean, I learned French and Spanish and Latin and English. But,
Randy.
But not through Duolingo, but.
David,
Randy.
Dress me Latin only.
Tome Spiritu Sanctus Moshe.
Randy, I got one more piece of advice for you, Randy, before your next date. I don't know if you have like a space in your house where you can get on the floor and, stretch, but like definitely doing a full 360-degree yoga and breathing thing for about 25 minutes before you go out on a date, so you feel limber and everything is popping. That's a big thing too. But I mean, that would technically be like going to the gym essentially.
Right. Edwin, is this going on YouTube?
Yeah.
Where's that, Randy?
I really appreciate if you don't put it on YouTube.
After I end this live stream.
I consent, and I'd like to get 10,000 pence if we can.
I also consent.
We want a percentage of all your.
Edit out me. Keep the other guys and edit me out.
Fucking my dog.
And you know what they call non-consensual shit, okay? So don't be that guy.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Don't be that guy, because I do not consent, brother. Okay?
Well, there's no editing. This is a live stream, and
Randy,
after.
your mouth says no, but your eyes say yes.
My name is Donald Trump, not Randy. Please.
Oh, my bad, Dr. Trump.
Wait a second, I thought Scott was Donald Trump. My bad.
Scott, what's it like being a deep state in the deep state?
I am the deep state of the deep state. This is true. It's fantastic.
Randy, have you ever, Dr. Trump, have you ever seen the movie Dune?
No.
No.
You've never seen the original Dune?
Oh, the original one, with Sting from the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, but I can't say I remember it. I saw it in the 80s.
Well, at the end,
7 years ago, probably.
At the end of the movie, he conquers the planet or the world because of his magic word, which allows him to kill with a word. So he has essentially figured out a formula for tremendous power, or kundalini, you might call it. And so prior to your next date, do a mantra while you're doing your stretching and your breathing. You could say, do you have a mantra word?
Yeah.
So do your mantra word, and just remember, at the end of the movie, he kept his concubine, in addition, to marrying the queen of the universe. So,
My mantra is, pussy good.
Pussy good is mantra?
Yeah. What do you think?
Pussy good, pussy good, pussy good. Pussy good is good. Good pussy, pussy good. I don't know. You might want to try something more that's not in English, like puissance. That would be one. You could say that's French. Puissance. That's presence.
Poisson Gouda. Poisson Gouda. Poisson Gouda. Yeah.
It's all about your presence. It's technically two spirits meeting, and finding out, do they want to unite?
Mantra is yantra. Does anyone recognize that joke? Mantra and yantra is tantra or something like that? From the Howard Stern show. Anyway, it's.
Look at Howard. He's a nutcase.
Is he?
Oh, he has Trump derangement syndrome like you can't believe.
He's one of the most disciplined people I've ever encountered. I mean, I didn't meet him, but I mean, the mere fact that he does his show, show from 6 to 10 for so many years. So many people would have tried to get out of those hours, but he just fucking did it. Shows that he has tremendous discipline.
Yeah, but it's the
You know what I
easy,
mean?
it's the easy answer to a complicated problem. Like he basically did Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan did what Howard Stern did.
That's right. Yeah.
The podcast brings the universe to you in a way, but it's such an extremely crowded market now. I see people at the gym filming their workouts and putting it on Instagram, and it's like, I'll never ever see what you're doing based on discovery. You know, like there's so many people that are just creating content that will never get listened to.
Wizard, I got a question. It's out of pocket, but if you're the person I think you are, then I will know your opinion. What are your thoughts on obese people?
Obese people?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice if our government actually had a way to help obese people, but unfortunately, there's no government-run fat camps. I mean, it would be cool if we had like emergency fat camps all around the country and we took military officers or soldiers, enlisted soldiers, and we made them drill instructors for fat people that wanted to save their lives.
What about obese kids? What about the obese kids?
Yeah, those kids should be given, you know, the ability to go to fat camp by the government, run by military soldiers who will run their fat asses up and down a hill until they lose 300 pounds.
Do you think Trump will do that?
Maybe. I've seen how fat camp works. It's genius. They literally keep you moving the whole day. There's no downtime, but it's light, easy workout. You know, it's
Look,
just,
what
you
you
just
gotta do
keep
is you
moving.
take all the fat illegals, okay, and then you run them. You get the like the worms from Dune, okay? I don't like the Dune movie, it's a little gay, but I like the big worms. You get the big worms to chase the fat immigrants back over the border, and then Mexico pays for it all, okay?
Straight from Donald Trump himself.
I mean, I see fat girls on dating apps. I'm like, you know, you shouldn't even be going out on a date. Like, you should be going to the gym. If you really want to optimize your availability or, you know, desire to unite, I mean, you need to get off of the dating app and into the gym. And then, you know, within 6 months to a couple of years, you can return. But your chance, like, I don't know. I know men fuck flagpoles, but, you know, why do people want to live with morbid obesity? I just don't understand. Like, I would throw in the towel and say, I'm quitting everything until I can lose this weight. That's my
Well, you know, easier said than done. Sure. I'm sure all people who are out of shape, when they go to bed every night, they say, tomorrow I'm going to work out.
Yeah.
How many people are listening?
There's nobody listening to this.
Last year.
There's one person watching us on YouTube. That's it. 2 people.
And I do not consent to being recorded, by the way.
Dr. Bobadilla, no one consents. You know, why is this app not monetized?
Just because I have a PhD in mathematics, but you don't have to call me doctor.
Did you give consent
Don't call
to
him
being
doctor.
born?
Call him sheikh.
Do you give consent to being alive?
Wait, no. Danny, the point is, I think that was Danny who said it. He pointed out something amazing. Like, when people say they don't consent to being recorded, did you consent to being born? Absolutely not.
Listen. Are you trying to say this is going to be another birth? For a 12-year-old kid to be born?
I'm not 12.
I mean, I was born, so I guess.
You're keep getting it wrong, Randy. I'm offended.
How old are you again, sir? 14?
Yeah. Docs.
I'm sorry. That was not cool with you. I'm sorry. Christian, I'm sorry.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Please, Christian, forgive me.
No.
I won't do it again. Well, I think I'm going out of my head.
Moise, I just linked to your profile and I realized you have like over almost 2,000 followers, dude. That's pretty ballsy. Nice.
Well, on Instagram? Okay.
No, on here. That's a lot for Clubhouse. That's a lot.
Yes. How'd you get to 2,000? Yes, 1.6.
I never got there.
Well, that's close enough. I rounded up. Yeah, he never gets.
Hey,
Oh man, Horatio!
Hello.
Wizard.
Hi!
All communication is hypnosis.
I'm high on ketamine!
Oh, fuck you.
You're good at that.
Fuck you, Redman.
Ah!
Fucking stupid ass bitch. You reported me, fucking ass nigger.
How do you know it was me?
Shut up.
Facts with Harold, man.
It's a great room. But no one goes in there anymore.
What was the name of it? One more time?
Facts with Harold.
Can we maybe change the title to "We Stand with IDF and Freeing the Hostages"?
I'm going to change the title.
Bring in some fish. I'm ready to cook.
I'm changing it to no taping of this room. Please.
Not please. Say, no, you can't.
Or else. You gotta put or else.
No.
Yeah,
Well, I'm about to go out.
Or threaten.
I'm about to leave, so I will leave you if that's
No
what you want.
taping or live streaming of this room. I just named it as such.
Wizard.
I'm about to go pick up a Brooklyn style pizza. Oh my God! Look, my YouTube just crashed. How did you do that?
You crashed?
Yeah, they crash
I don't
sometimes.
know if I did it or how I did it.
Wow. God's presence is here.
Why is God in the room? If God was in the room, I would mod God. I don't like modding people, but I would mod God.
Don't worry, he's modding.
Oh shit.
He's modding reality.
Oh my God, you're saying that like this.
He's moderating life.
God is modding the app.
As a Roman Catholic, let's not make fun of God. No offense.
Oh no,
I'm not making fun of God.
I'm a believer to quote the monkeys, I am.
I'm religious too, man.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy.
I'm a major Monkeys fan.
That's right.
I'm probably if you had to compare my level of being a Monkeys fan to a sect of Judaism, I would be Lubavitcher.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Rebbe. I like the Rebbe.
Big fan of the Monkeys, and trying to get more people to be into the Monkeys. So in that way, I'm kind of like Lubavitcher.
The Monkees was the first band I ever saw live.
The Rebbe compels you.
Go ahead. What were you going to say about the Monkeys, sir?
Moshe, can you explain the Rebbe? What is that?
He's the leader. He was a modern leader. He took passed about 20 years ago. Some people even think he's the Messiah himself. Very controversial. That's the controversial part of him.
Rebbe in Hebrew spells Resh Beis Yud. Stands for Rosh B'nai Israel, according to the Bible.
No, but it's also rabbi.
Church of Israel. Yeah, the Rebbe is kind of like more than a rabbi. Yeah,
Right.
He's a rabbi.
Randy,
Multiple
Randy, I got a question for you.
sources.
So,
Why do you not consent to being recorded?
because I think it's wrong. It's wrong. It's really
Hear
wrong.
that, man?
Is there a primary reason, or is it just wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things in life that are wrong.
We
Okay.
speak. We're very open and frank with each other in this room, based on the understanding that no one else other than this room will ever hear it. But when you record it and then you broadcast it, and you save it, you archive it, later on you try and repurpose it for other reasons, I feel like it's a breach of the trust that led me to open up in the first place.
Well, there's voluntary exchanges, involuntary exchanges. There is the ability to kick. There's the ability to leave. There's lots of ways to moderate this conversation, and I am not a Dr. Greenbean here.
I know that. All the more reason that you should not be recording. You're not even a mod.
Yeah, and I have a doctorate. You don't have a doctorate, so.
I have a Juris Doctorate, by the way.
I got an Instagram account that says Dr. Yoga Teacher. I'm a doctor.
All right, Dr. Yoga.
I made my Instagram say I was a proctologist.
Come on. Please.
That was like 20 years ago, though. Or like, you know, like however old Instagram is.
Yeah. I think the Instagram this year celebrated its 15th birthday. 15th anniversary.
Not sure at all.
There's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
They kicked me. Look at this code. Why did they kick? Why did they kick? Why did you kick